Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's game dev vlog on Negative World, the game where jumps are limited. This week has been a bit slower than I originally planned due to some recent life responsibilities. Still aiming to get the levels made and prototypable by the end of May though. Let's get into it. The most apparent change is making a smoother black to white transition and vice versa. I ended up going with the sprite mask solution. It was much easier than I thought it was going to be. Turned out to be a much better option than trying to find or make a shader. One little touch checked off. On the less visual side, World 3.1 through World 3.5 have been technically built but have not been tested or have gotten a second opinion yet. 3.1 introduces the switchable spikes. Spikes that use the math elements of the platforms with everything that comes with a spike. The single spike prefab are only solid if the jumps equal the number presented. The two spike prefab only use greater or less than conditions, and the three spike prefab only use in between conditions, meaning it's solid if the number of jumps are between the presented numbers. Side note, I may need to change 3.1 due to showing too much information. 3.2 spices it up a bit by having the switchable platforms coexist with the switchable spikes. 3.3 reiterates on the switchable spikes. Side note, I might actually make this 3.2. It'll most likely flow better anyway. 3.4 is supposed to make the player get a certain amount of jumps before going up, and 3.5 is the same thing but with a lot more spikes. I plan on putting in more variety like wind and introduce the different spikes 2 levels at a time to help pace it out. And like I said last week, I'm hoping to get World 1 done by getting the South by Southwest feedback implemented. World 2 is based on some recent feedback. World 2 levels are going to be rearranged and edited out to flow better and introduce the obstacles and hazards more naturally. And the World 3 levels, fingers crossed, will be ready to be prototyped next week. That'll be it for this week. As usual, let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Take care of yourselves and have a good week.